Mind of Christ. Part 5. From the 262 readings. In the lesson The Cross, the Crown, there is made the definite stand of the activities of an entity that must come to stand as that which is first and foremost in the minds mentally, the mind spiritually, of each entity. I am determined to know nothing among men save Jesus, the Christ, and Him crucified. D, with the cross, represents something in the experience of every entity in their activities through the earth, and has led in all of the experiences of thought in any of the presented forms of truth in the earth, and comes at last to the cross. So, this should be the central thought, the reason of the cross, the crown. The central theme, the basis of each individual's approach be not what is my cross, but rather how may I with His aid best meet my cross in my approach to the crown of righteousness. Not as of a temporal or even a mental kingdom, but the cross of glory, the crown of glory, in, through and by His name. Our Father, our God, as we approach that may give us a better insight of what He bore in the cross, what His glory may be in the crown, may Thy blessings, as promised through Him, be with us as we study together in His name. But we of this group at this time have a message from the Master to guide us on our way. When each has shown self as being able or capable of receiving or vibrating to that which may make the consciousness for each in that realm. What was meant by through carnal influences are there to be brought changes in material associations, mental understandings, for the spiritual uplift of the many. The rebirth into the earth of a representative, to those who will listen. Not the Christ, no. For He will appear as He is, but as a forerunner. At 1 John, the beloved in the earth. His name shall be John, and also at the place where He met face to face. Where, is to be this one. In the hearts and minds of those that have set themselves in that position that they become a channel through which spiritual, mental and material things become one in the purpose and desires of that physical body. In analyzing, then, do not let the analysis become the object, but the body in the Lord, the oneness and purpose, that is gained through the knowledge that the mental, the consciousness, is the builder. And that the oneness of purpose is in Him as one doth clarify the conditions that are to be met. For, as His is life, we in life may make manifest that our desires, our hearts, our minds, our souls, are one with Him in bringing to the knowledge of one, anyone, everyone, that the power of God through the Christ is able to save, even unto the utmost. If that each may find within self the truth, the love, the life. Life is. In all its manifestations in every animate force. Creative force in action and is the love of expression or expressing that life. Truth becoming a result of life's love expressed. These are but names and less experienced in the consciousness of each soul. Commune the more often in the inner shrine, in the Holy of Holies. Meet the presence of the Father there. Know the love of the Christ in action. Experience and see truth and the Holy Spirit in the results that come from such consecration of the ideals of self. Each may have the experience of speaking with Him through such a consecration. His promises are true, I will not leave thee comfortless, but will come and abide with thee. In such experiences in self, then, may there be added to the lesson on love, that which will awaken in the hearts, the souls, the minds of others that desire to know His ways better. Please give a definition for, God so loved the world as to give His only begotten Son. God, the Father, the first cause, seeking. In the manifestations of self. Brought the world, as we, as individuals, observe it about us, into being through love. Giving to man, his creation, his creatures, that ability to become one with Him. That Son we have called the Son of Man, the Christ Spirit, the love made manifest in bringing the creature into material being in a plane we have called earth. That Son was shown, then, the way, through the love of the Father, and he made manifest that love in giving his earthly, material life for a cause, an ensample, a mediation, a contact with the Father, a mediator for man. Hence in love, through love, God is love, in the Christ consciousness, the Christ Spirit, the Son of Man made same manifest in all the experiences through the earth. Hence, as given by the beloved disciple, God so loved the world as to give his only begotten Son, that we, through him, might have life. God. More abundant. He, though he were the Son, learned obedience through the things which he suffered. He that climbs up any other way than accepting those things that are to be met day by day, even as he seeks through some other channel. The servant may never be greater than the master. He has given that we may be equal and one with him, yet through him, his manifestations, in him, we live in the earth, we move and have our being. What is meant by the children of light? They that choose to be guided by his will and do not, through themselves, attempt to manifest self rather than the will of the Father. The children of light first love, though I may have the gift of prophecy, though I may speak in unknown tongues, though I give my body to be burned, and have not the Spirit of the Son of Man, the Christ consciousness, the Christ Spirit, I am nothing. The children of light know him. He calleth each by name. Ye patient in well-doing. Count not the time long, for in so doing ye give the forces of doubt a place in thine own experience, and he that doubteth or looketh back is worse than an infidel. Unto thee has come much in joy, much in peace, and the little discouragements that make for faltering, if the heart will be kept singing, will make for the brighter joys, the greater appreciations, and the glories of the Son, may be made the brighter in thy experience. Live each day, as if ye were to meet him the next, in that expectancy, in that glory, and let not those things, that would hinder, have a place in thy consciousness. Thus do his children, his brethren, manifest that faith that removes mountains. When may I expect the promise given me to be fulfilled? In waiting, in being over-anxious, oft does one delay the appearing. Open rather thine self, and know that he will speak with thee. Be not afraid, it is I. Then, when self is open, there will come, not one but many, such experiences. How may I open self more than I am doing? By entering more into the Holy of Holies, into the inner self. In self may there be manifested that love, even as he showed in thee, in the experiences in the ministering with and for him. The promises that were made thee are true, if self will be kept in that way in which that spirit of love, of faith, of hope, of charity, may be kept in his way. If ye love me, keep my commandments is ever the call of him. Ye, each soul, enter into the quietness of self, and seek to know his bidding with thee at this time. There is a cause, a purpose, for which the group was called and enjoined, that each study to show self approved unto him, avoiding the appearances of evil, rightly dividing the words of truth, life, light, and love. By thy conversations, by thy deeds day by day, make manifest that love he has given, he has shown, in the earth. Each must so examine self that there be that in the heart, the soul of each, that each would present as a manifestation of that each would have him present in the relationships with self. As each seeks in its own way, there is given that which will enable each to gain a better concept of the Christ consciousness and activity. In showing forth that which is manifest in thine experience, let the love that was manifested in forgiveness be in thee, that there be no envy, no strife, no knowledge of other than good works through the activities of self. In glorying in the knowledge of the Father comes more and more the manifestations of the Spirit of the Christ. Inasmuch as ye do it unto the least of these, my little ones, ye do it unto me.